Hi, folks. It's James Scott here of the Scottish Resistance. For many years, my great friend in the Netherlands, Raymond Dijkstra, has been running a march every year in The Hague to support Scottish independence. Raymond has been a great supporter of the Scottish Resistance. He's been a member from the very beginning, and he does a lot for the cause of Scottish independence. Now, because the march has been postponed because of this coronavirus, Raymond is going to organise a digital event. So I'm just going to tell you a wee bit about the history of the Netherlands and Scotland, which is very interesting. Um, for example, in the Middle Ages, that's when Scotland started trading with the Netherlands. We did a lot of trade, wool, hide, coal, among other things. The trading was so successful with the Netherlands that a lot of Dutch people actually moved to the east coast of Scotland. This trading relationship between Scotland and the Netherlands has continued to this very day, and long may it continue. We have a great relationship with the people in the Netherlands. Now, not a lot of people know it, but there was a regiment for over 200 years in the Netherlands called the Scots Brigade. It existed from 1586 to 1782. Now, this regiment helped in many battles that the Netherlands were involved in. One of the most important ones was the battle for the Netherlands' independence. Netherlands was under Spanish rule for quite a long time. There was a battle known as 80 Years' War between 1568 and 1648. The Scots Brigade took part in that, and we acquitted ourselves very well, helping in the cause of the Netherlands' independence. When you look back the archives of the Scots Brigade, you see some very interesting Scottish names among the cavalry captains, people like Patrick Bruce, Thomas Erskine, Henry Bruce. There was a Captain Wishart, Captain Hamilton, well-known Scottish names, all these cavalry captains. A great history the Scottish regiments had in the Netherlands fighting on behalf of the people of the Netherlands. So it's great that we've got people in the Netherlands helping in Scotland's fight for independence in these modern times. I've got here this document here, the Scots Brigade, in the service of the Netherlands, and this was taken from the archives of the government, the Netherlands government. This was extracted from the Hague. So very interesting. This Scottish Brigade, Service of the United Netherlands, extracted by permission of the government, archives of the Hague. So very interesting. If you want a copy of that, I'll send it on to you. Just let me know. I can send a copy of that on to you. Well, as I say, this group, the Scots Brigade, existed right up to 1782. The reason that it came to an end in 1782, that's when all hell broke loose, and America was wanting independence. And the Netherlands, I must say, were one of the first countries to declare their support for the American colonists in their fight against the British state. Now, interestingly enough, Scots were split in the fight for America's independence. A lot of Scots fought for American independence, the ones that were actually settled there. But the Brits actually sent over Scottish regiments to keep America a colony of Britain. Now, interestingly, the man who became the father of the American Navy was a guy called John Paul Jones, a very able seaman and captain of very many ships during his career. He actually was appointed as I say, as the head of the American Continental Navy. Now, not only did the battles at sea take place off the coast of America, John Paul Jones actually was brought ships over. He was supported by France and the Netherlands. He brought ships over, and there was a major battle took place off the east coast of England at Flamborough Head, which is near Scarborough. Now, in this battle, he was well outnumbered by the British fleet, because you know the story that the Brits rule the waves. But John Paul Jones is a man who never gave up. The battle took place over a long period of time. The ship that John Paul Jones was on did get hit and started sinking, but he said that he would never give up. He would never give up. Kept fighting on, and eventually the British actually surrendered. So John Paul Jones took control of the ships that they had captured, and they sailed, believe it or not, to the Netherlands in The Hague, where they actually got a hero's welcome because, as I mentioned earlier, the people in the Netherlands supported the colonists in America. Interestingly enough, you probably know that New York was formerly called New Amsterdam before the British took that over and renamed it New York. Anyway, as I say, John Paul Jones, father of the American Navy, he got a hero's welcome in the Netherlands. He was awarded a sword, a golden sword, by the government in France. Well respected by other countries in Europe, but not here, where he was born, obviously, because he was a British subject. So it's great that these Scots that left Scotland were kicked out by the British regime, fought for independence for other countries. They fought for the Netherlands for independence. They fought for American independence. The Scots have always fought for independence for other countries. We've got to get back to the way of thinking that we had many years ago. Start fighting to win back our own independence. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.